Hey guys, hope you're all doing good. I got a War of the Dork episode for you today that is can't be missed. This is against LegionMutiny. We have some insane teams that we fight against. I get to try some cool new things because it was an off war, too big a punch up for us to waste our blitz resources on. Most importantly, just the cores that you need to use if you're doing 3 on wars back to back to back to back. Just a little bit of housekeeping. My wife is due to give birth any day now, and when that happens, I'm going to be gone for at least a week and a half doing dad stuff, right? The name of the channel is Dorky Dad for a reason, so I got a toddler to take care of, and a new baby, and a recovering wife when that happens. But I will be back, and I'll be banking a bunch of content for you guys, so it should be on and popping when I get back. But right now, let's look at this killer attack we were talking about, a 1 million power infinity watch. That's right, a 1 million power infinity watch. Ooh, this is pretty rough. So that's a 7 red star fire level. My head over here so you can see the power of my characters against theirs. So I get terrible RNG on this, and I also get good RNG on this. And we'll go through that a little bit here. They hit my Moondragon a bunch, which isn't the end of the world. They don't knock her into yellow, unfortunately, so she doesn't get those death proofs before she heals herself back up. I would have much preferred that. This was a fully boosted team, so really strong, powered. My Adam Warlock did get knocked into yellow, so he gets the death proof, which is great. And I start beating up the Fire Level. Now what I really want to do is I want to take the Fire Level out so the enemy is not getting death proofs, so that they're not draining. At the same time, I need to control this Gamora. I believe this is a 7 red star Gamora. I want to get a offense down on her as soon as possible. And the reason I put the slow on Adam Warlock there is to make sure my Adam Warlock stuns first. So you see my Fire Level just barely lived, which is good. I need her to do a little bit of damage to heal herself back up. I get to go stun first on the 7 red star Adam Warlock. And of course it's resisted, but at least it lands on Gamora. So we get to go from here now. I no longer have death proof. I get it by using the ult there. I lose a stack immediately from the counter. And then my Nebula starts getting beat up as well. So the reason I say terrible, but also somewhat kind of good RNG, their fire level went after mine, so I didn't get to have my offense down stick on whoever I decided to put that on. And the good part is that they're kind of spreading the damage all over the place. So at least I have all my members. They're getting to use all their abilities. We're quickly running out of time. We've done no damage. Our Fire Level's in trouble. Our Adam Warlock's in trouble. So you can see it's really not looking good here. And I will say they had barracks and medbay up still for this, and I didn't have any buff rooms, unfortunately. So there goes Nebula's first life. At least it wasn't Fire Level or Moondragon. I go for the ability block on the enemy Adam Warlock to further stop him from being able to stun me, which is good. My Adam Warlock does get beat up in retaliation for it, though. That is what it is. I have an offense down throughout here. We get it on the Fire Level. That's good. We're pretty lucky that my Gamora hasn't gotten an offense down. I get to use the Moondragon ult, which is cool. Still not enough to take this Fire Level down, so I'm having a hard time with that. And I think in this level of a matchup, I would value a Moondragon having that healer ISO instead of Striker. But that's pretty niche, a 1 million enemy mirror matchup. So I don't know if it's worth the ions for that. But anyway, we continue here. We already have offense up, so I'm hoping we use the basic. We do. Do get a couple hits in on the Fire Level. I get to reapply my dodge. There goes my Adam Warlock's first life, which is kind of a good thing because he clears all those debuffs that my team had, helping them kind of stay alive just a little bit longer. I have the offense up option now, and this Fire Level no longer has dodge. Try and take her out. We kill one member, so now it is a 5v4, but we're down to a minute. So yeah. We're obviously in trouble. We haven't taken any of the first lives of Gamora, Nebula, or Adam Warlock. I do keep that offense down on Gamora, which is really helping keep me in this thing. My Gamora gets targeted there. That's pretty good. I now have it on autoplay because I need to get this going. So there goes Moondragon. We now have a 5v3. I start on the Adam Warlock because I know if I start on the Gamora, what's going to happen is one of them is going to get taunted anyway. My Nebula gets taken out, and because my Nebula gets taken out, I lose my chance to win this. Those assists really do kind of make the team run. Adam Warlock gets a taunt, which is good. And you'll see what I'm doing now is I'm kind of killing them evenly. I don't really want to kill them too much. Like I could have just stopped here and let it time out. Because as long as they're not full life, then they're not going to be doing their pesky res stuff. But we go ahead and we take out the first life from Nebula, which is kind of whatever. And we're down to 12 seconds. I think I actually die instead of timeout because I put it on auto, which is fine. Adam Warlock finally does his stuff, and we get taken out, but not too bad. It was a giant punch-up. This was an unwinnable war, and honestly, even if it wasn't an unwinnable war, I would have kept that. I go right back in with my Shadowlands to clean it up. I left the enemies very low, and like I said, Gamora's not going to res because she's not at 100% life, so this is all good here. So is this a video of me one-shotting a million power heroes for or Infinity Watch? No, but I think it's still pretty cool. It was fun to fight this team. Not every day you get to fight a million power team, especially a million power team that is a cookie cutter team, and not just any cookie cutter team, the top team in the game. So pretty cool. I'd consider that a win. 2 hits for a million power Infinity Watch team, that's a win. And they were fully buffed, and we had lost our buffs because we weren't really attempting to race. Whatever, I'm taking it. Let's look at attack number 3. This is another one. I bought this attack, even though it's an off war, just because I wanted to see this team, see if they can do a 200k punch up against this Uncanny Doom team. So basically what I'd like to do is I'd like to kill this Phoenix either before Kestrel, or before her first turn, or before Kestrel's second turn. And as long as I can do that, then we're going to be okay. She's obviously not going to get rezzed by the Minerva, because she can't be rezzed. So Shuri's going to go down here, which is fine. Get a bunch of speed. Kestrel's passive does proc on Falcon special, because it also puts vulnerables out there, which is pretty cool. Phoenix goes down right here. Kestrel does her thing, so Phoenix will not be coming back. But we do knock Doom into the yellow, and we're stuck behind this taunt. So Doom's going to use his ult, but still, Kestrel's going to block all of it, so that's all fine. Looks like Red Guardian is going to fall over those bleeds from the charged Doom basic flips, which that's okay too. We have our Kestrel ult ready. Our Doom is going to take his next turn, which is going to be his ult, and then we're going to clean this up. So pretty clean, pretty easy 200k punch up. This is 2 of my offensive teams smashed together, but I mean, if you're doing a war where all the enemies are like 600 plus defensive teams, in this case 800 before the buff rooms go down, I don't think that's a waste at all. In fact, I was happy with this result, and in the future I wouldn't mind squishing some of my offensive teams into one super offensive team to make sure stuff like this works out. So now Red Guardian will go, and he's got a big AoE shield slam, so let's go ahead and do that. There goes Minerva, next goes Doom, and just this Colossus left. And there we go, we threw it on auto, and we're going to town. So very big team, very fun fight. Like I said, even though this war was never going to be won because we didn't even try, and if we did, still would have been really tough, right? Possible. I think if we had gone full on, maybe 30% chance we could have won this. But it opens up the door for me to do more fun, interesting attacks. This is not one of them. This is a straight punch across Insecurity, Astonishing Xmen against Sinister 6 with Ghost. I believe I was out on a date with my wife, so at some point I'm just going to put it on auto like a dummy and see what happens. We go for the offense up first. Get slows out there. So we got some speed. I put it on auto. That's a mistake. I should have targeted the Doc Ock with a stun, but whatever. We'll throw it over on the Electro, and she's just going to die, actually. Swarm did some pretty deep damage to our Jubilee. Next Bishop's going to town. So we do keep it on auto, but we're doing a little bit of smart targeting here, which is fine. Oh, we took it off auto. No balls. Sorry, YouTube. There you go. Took it off auto. Taking our sweet time. We got charged with offense up. We'll throw another ult out there. There goes Swarm. We use the base cure to take out the Mysterio. The ult from Jubilee to do a bunch of damage here on the Doc Ock. Flip some bleeds. Oh, and he actually falls down from that. And we're back on auto now. And we'll see this Ghost fall probably before she gets to use her ult. Yeah, there she goes. So that's a very, very common matchup for Astonishing Xmen to absolutely roll over. Attack number 5. This is a matchup I haven't taken before, so I wanted to see how it would play out. I was a little worried that the big Electro was going to really hurt my Xfactor. So I think I opened up with defense up on us, which I do. It's going to get peeled off, obviously, right? And then we get the offense down. But we take the hit really well. And the passive actually hits a dupe, which is cool. Swarm really messes up my long shot. But then we get a crit. And even though we have offense up, or offense down rather, that's okay because the speed we're going to get from Longshot's passive is going to get us the turns necessary to get rid of that offense down and then start doing some real damage. I actually decide to beat up Ghost with the dupes. There comes offense up. I need to put a T4 in that still. We long shot ult the Swarm into Oblivion. Now we'll apply defense down, maybe, if it lands. It does land. And the dupes are actually just going to beat up a bunch of people here. So again, another instance of me kind of underestimating just how strong Xfactor is and what they could do. I think this would have been a very easy punch up. Even in security, I guess if we're going to get that defense up first before Electro gets an attack, yeah, Xfactor can crush Sinister 6 in probably any room. So here you go. I guess not Reactor, right? Reactor touching security. Anyway, this was an interesting match. This is a 70k punch up Symbiotes into Symbiotes. My buddy Red Smoke told me to try this fight out. It's a very strong counter. Basically, because you are in control and you can put defense down out, then you can steal it with your anti-venom. You're in a really good spot. Obviously, you're going to tank up everybody. I actually killed the Scream first there, which is fine. That is who you want to target. You want to go for Scream first. Anti-venom won't res till the second turn anyway. And then you stop her from giving speed up to everybody. Most importantly, the enemy isn't likely to tunnel one of your characters down all the way. And even if they do, you'll bring them back with your anti-venom. Unless your anti-venom dies, but then you could probably kill. I'm rambling. Symbiotes beat Symbiotes when you're in control 99.9% of the time. And it seems like you can do pretty reliable punch-ups. About 150k is what I've been told at the highest levels. So if you have like a 700k Symbiotes, you could probably punch up to about 950k Symbiote enemies and be just fine. So you go, anti-venom's gonna bleed out. We're going through the motions. As soon as Scream died, we had the speed train rolling and we just kind of abused it and get through this absolutely no problem. There you go. So actually, yeah, that Infinity Watch team, that was my first loss since I joined OG Athena. And I mean, I took the match assuming I was going to lose. Actually, I thought I was going to do a lot worse. I got pretty lucky with their spread targeting. Here's attack number 7. This is a pretty interesting Doom team, actually, because it has Hela and Uncanny and Minerva. So the Minerva can bring back the Hela, and then you can get in trouble. But the reason I decided to use my Hela+Silver Surfer team is because I figured, well, we got 2 ability blocks and we got a spread. I threw Ultron and Black Bolt on there just to give disrupts to the Doom and the Hela when they summon, which takes them out of stealth, which allows me to put a 2-turn ability block on the Doom no matter what. And then we get to spread that with Hela. So Hela actually hits us, which is fine. Now my Hela gets a turn, but you can see the enemy Phoenix, unfortunately, did give taunt to Colossus along the way there, but that's okay. I'm going to save that ult for now. I want to see if I can hold out for a different ability block to pop up and then use it there. Doom has the ability block now, so if we do knock him into yellow and he takes his turn, then his speed meter is refreshed and we're not worried about him using that ult on us for quite a while, actually, which is pretty good. So my Zemo does get floated away, which is fine. That gives offense up to our Silver Surfer, who's just going to drop bombs over here and take this Doom out absolutely no problem. Black Bolt burps away the Hela, so she's definitely not coming back now. And I'm thinking, do I want to try and beat up this Colossus a bit, or do I want to take out the Minerva? I do decide to take out the Minerva. I think that is the better call. Now Hela has her ult. This is also going to take away those death proofs from Colossus, which is going to be super helpful. Greg gets retaliated killed, so that drops some speed. And then the enemy Phoenix does drop a big bomb on us, but that gives us offense up on our Silver Surfer yet again. So he goes ahead and destroys the Colossus. And now I have Silver Surfer versus Phoenix, and that is a match Silver Surfer wins, 10 out of 10 times. So I think that was a pretty good match to take, and that was like on a punch across. So another Doom team down. I think I could have played that a bit better, especially the spread of the immunity and everything. I could set that up better in the future. Next, we're going to show the power of Xforce against a non-boosted team. This is about 170k punch up into wave 1. And the thing here is, because Negasonic goes first, she goes before the Hawkeye, really screws you up with the turn meter rewind. So because no one's boosted, we do get 2 people in yellow, which lets my X23 go. She's going to knock a third person DLC here. I'm thinking, like, don't want to stop the Hawkeye. Nah, let's go ahead and knock Thor. We actually knock him all the way into red, which prompts X23 to go again right away. So 3 people in yellow does get her to go back to back, which is great. We land the immunity on Hulk, probably because of that offense up. And then my big old Deadpool goes to town, and he takes out the Black Widow and the Captain America, no sweat. We'll finish this off here. There goes Cap. And nothing left but the 7 Red Star Hulk. No problem. X23 does big damage. He's going to jump on 2 members who had dodge, which is great. Well, everyone had dodge, but that was still great. And then we go ahead and we finish this up. So just goes to show X-Force against unboosted teams is a dream come true. If you see an unboosted really big team, throw your X-Force at it before it does get boosted. You should have good success. I mean, of course, don't do it against something like Heroes for Hire, but, use your brain. I know you guys are the best. And here comes attack number 9. This is just Black Order against Symbiotes. This is a second Symbiote counter that is very, very reliable, obviously. Easy 200k punch-ups, and again, well, you could kill Scream first and then do it the same way I just did the Symbiotes, which I think is what I'm going to do. You could probably also just use your brain and make sure you get offense down on enough people from Proxima Midnight and flip everything and, save your flip for turn 3 and go about it like that, and you'd be fine there too. So we knock everybody super low. Corvus is going to come in and kill those 2 in the middle now. There they go. Nothing left but the Venom and the Anti-Venom. We get to stun the Anti-Venom here and rewind him again. And then we'll flip that, and then we're going to kill it. So this was a fun fight to do at a friend barbecue that I was at. So thank you to that friend. And we clip that Venom out of existence, and there you go. So that's the end of the war. We did get our butts kicked, but that's okay. I was actually pretty happy with my performance. I think I made the best use out of the teams that I had. So I did 17, almost 18 mil damage. Pablo did 18, almost 19 mil damage. He'll snag the MVP. He's a beast, and I always appreciate the effort he puts in. But anyway, guys, with that said, I hope you guys have a great weekend. And if you don't hear from me for about a week, I am coming back. I'm not jumping off the face of the world, so don't worry about that. But until next time, peace.